Today I'm going to be showing you how to make some Halloween crafts with paper plates. So I'll show you all the designs we have and then I'll show you how we're going to make them. A pumpkin, and you could use this as a mask or you could hang these up, whatever you like. Some spooky ghosts under a full moon. Another one. A witch with some googly eyes. And Frankenstein's monster with some googly eyes. So, I'll show you how to make these, and we'll start first with the pumpkin. Alright, so what you're going to need for these are just some paper plates. And since we're going to be painting today, I like to put some newspaper down on the surface I'm working so that we don't get any paint on a nice table or on the floor or wherever you're working. You want to make sure that it's going to be on something that we can get messy. Okay, so I'm going to take another plate, but you can use whatever you want, and take some orange paint and pour that out. I'm just going to take my biggest brush and just start painting my plate. And you can do the front side, the side that you would normally put food on to paint, or you can do the back side. It really doesn't matter for this one, so do whatever you like, and we're just going to paint it all orange. Okay, and as you come along these ridges, you'll see when you do your first stroke, it's not going to fill in perfectly, but then you can turn and do some extra strokes, and then eventually that'll get filled right in. And you might get some paint on your finger, but that's okay because it's going to wash right off. So it's probably best if you wear some clothes that aren't your nicest clothes so that if they get messy, it's okay. Okay, and I'm just using my hand to hold the plate down. Got a bit of dry paint there. Alright, and there we go. So I'm done painting my plate orange, and you might find that when you paint it, the plate kind of bubbles or wrinkles because it's wet, but that's okay because it'll dry and it'll work just fine. So I'm going to set this aside to dry while I do the other part. So in your kits you'll find that we gave you little green pieces like this, and this is the stem for the pumpkin. So I'm going to take this, and you can decorate this, you don't have to if you don't want to, but I'm going to add a little bit of detail, like the ridges you would see on a real pumpkin stem. So I'll show you how I do that. Okay, so I'm just taking my black pen here, and I'm doing some squiggles up and down on the little green piece of paper here. And this is just so that the stem looks a little bit more like a real pumpkin stem would. And you can skip this part if you want, but I think it's a good detail to add. Alright, so my pumpkin stem is all ready. So now I'm going to take a little bit of glue, and you really just need a small amount of glue on the bottom edge, and then we're just going to tuck that under the plate and it'll stick. Alright, so here I'm just taking a small bit of glue and just putting that on the bottom of the stem. You really don't need much, and then I'm going to decide where I want to put it, where I want the top of the pumpkin to be. So I'm putting it right there, and you're just going to stick that right on. And that's just what the back looks like, and it's going to be wet, so we want to let that dry. So my stem is in place, so it's all ready. So the next thing to do is to make the face. So you'll see on this pumpkin, I just did it pretty simple with 2 eyes, triangle nose, and a smile. So you can see that I added 2 teeth. You can add more teeth, you can have no teeth, you could make your pumpkin frowning or with its mouth wide open, whatever you like. I'm just going to show you how I did mine. Okay, so for this we're going to need a little black paint, or whatever color you want, but I'm going to use black. So I'm just going to pour a small amount out, and then take another paintbrush. I'm going to use a little smaller one this time, but if you only have one paintbrush, just use that. So I'm just going to take my black paint and start drawing in the face. And I'm going to start painting in the eyes. So I do triangle eyes. So I'll put my first one right here. Okay, and then the second one over here. Alright, and then for the nose, we're going to do an upside down triangle. So I'm going to put the flat part of the triangle here. And then we're going to draw the ends down into a point. Just like that. Alright. So now we can do the smile. And for the smile, we kind of have this inner line here, or inner circle, from the plate. So we can use that to help us follow a nice curve. So I'm going to start right about here and just, like I said, follow the curve. And I'm going to add a tooth right here. So to do that, we're drawing our line, and then we're going to go up, and then over, and then down, and then we're going to continue on with that curve. So it's almost like we're drawing a square or a rectangle, but we're not going to add that lower piece. We're just going to go up, over, down, and then continue on. So I'm going to keep going around the curve, and I think I'll add another tooth here. So I'm going to go from here up, over, and then down, and then keep going. So then I'm going to keep moving my line up to meet this line, which is right about here, and then I'm going to join them. So I'm going to start over here and just bring this line. You can kind of make it curved a little if you want, or straight. I'm just going to bring it all the way over here. And your line doesn't have to be perfect, just like this is good. Okay, and now I'm going to fill in all the outlined places. So for the eyes, I'll start there. I'm just going to fill them all in black. Same with this eye. And then the nose. Okay, and then we'll do the smile. So if you have a bigger brush and you want to use that to do this, since it's a bigger space, go for it. I'm just going to keep using my little brush, and it's pretty quick to fill in. It won't take too long. There's my plate all done. So that's the first one done.